product manager at Giro Snow, and we're in the living room of our home base in Giro at Park City. And we just want to let you know that we miss you terribly. We're really looking forward to getting into the stores and hanging out with you. For now, we're going to give you some little tidbits to help you get through the early part of the season. So Zach, thanks so much for taking the time to discuss with us some of the new and great product that's coming out with Giro. I know we're all really excited to try the new Grid and Envy. Can you tell us a little bit about how you guys got here and more about the helmet?
Yeah, really excited where we landed with the Grid and Envy. This is a model that was born in the backcountry. It started a few years ago when we went to the Arc'teryx Backcountry Academy in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We noticed going out with some of the guys there that a lot of them weren't wearing helmets, and of course we had to ask why and what they needed and what we were missing. So spending a few days with them in the backcountry and really understanding what their needs were, we developed this helmet, and again, a model that's really born in the backcountry. It's a great model for on mountain, side country, backcountry, and it really starts with probably its most noticeable feature when you pick it up is just the weight of it. It's the lightest weight helmet in our entire line, so we wanted to have something that was easily packable. Wear it in your pack, wear it as you're boot packing up, skinning up. So again, it starts with weight. And then we immediately went to the liner to make sure this was more comfortable. It's a single piece liner, so depending on the weather and the temperature, it's easily removable. Single piece, something you can put in your coat, pan pocket, pack it up. We also have some additional removable lining pads on the inside as well. Again, several options on how you can fit this helmet. And then going back to the fit system where you have a forward and aft adjustability. So depending on if you're wearing a balaclava, depending long hair, short hair, whatever it is, lots of features and ways to adjust the fit of your helmet. It's a Polartec power grade lining, so again, it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, and it dries really quick. So build up some heat on the ascents, and it's a really nice feature to have. Quick drying again. We also have the stackable adjustable venting too. Gets a little balmy in Jackson Hole, so I wanted to make sure that we could keep the heat in when you need it and get the venting going when you don't. Another really cool part about this helmet that's pretty wild is this is, out of all of our helmets, we're actually able to essentially measure how much heat the helmet keeps in and how much it disperses. So this actually keeps the most heat in when the vents are shut, and it actually disperses heat the fastest out of all of our models when the vents are open. So again, this is one of my personal favorites. Born in the backcountry, great for hiking, great for the descent as well, great for on mountain, but just an all-around great piece. Losing some pads, but that's the Grid and Envy.
Thank you guys so much. We're really excited for all of you guys to get either into the Grid for unisex or the Envy for our women warriors out there. One thing that's so great about Giro is that they really do care about women's specific product and our specific needs on mountain. So what you'll notice with Giro specific product is that we think about things that women tend to really want, whether it's really nicely designed women's features, or of course for comfort and warmth. One thing that is always on all of our women's helmets is our fuzzy inner fleece lining. This lining has also been Scotch guarded so that if you are wearing a tinted moisturizer or tinted sunscreen and you get some of that residual at the end of the day or even at lunch, you can easily take a wet washcloth or wet paper towel and wipe that down, and that will quickly come off. The next thing that we do is whenever there's an exposed fit system, we make sure that that has a satin fabric on top of it to make sure that there's no tangling or excess hair breakage. So continuing on with comfort and warmth, what we've also done is all of our women's goggles, we also have added a fuzzy face fleece on the inner foam of the goggle to add for warmth. Again, we've Scotch guarded this material so that if there is any excess makeup or sunscreen, you can easily wipe that down at the end of the day with a wet washcloth. Lastly, the things that a lot of us worry about is making sure that we aren't looking so mundane on the hill. So it's important to us to have some color and make sure that we're really aligning our helmets and goggles together. A lot of times women can have narrower faces, and so it's important that we have a perfect seal to keep us warm. So we can always make sure that every helmet and goggle that Giro produces for women locks in together depending on the size of our face. If a woman has a smaller face, you can step down to say the Lucy, which looks wonderful with each one of our helmets. If a woman is looking for maybe a little bit larger a lens, the contact is a wonderful option for those women because it is a bit narrower on the face and gives that really nice hug for those cold winter days. So we have Zach again, and Zach, there's so many things that make Giro unique and special, and one of the things, of course, is our helmet technology. So can you go into a little bit more about what makes us so special and what we do to put our pride into our helmets?
Absolutely. I think one of the most important things is safety, and for us that all starts in the Dome out of Scotts Valley, California. It's our testing lab where we test tons of helmets, both snow, bike, on mountain road helmets, you name it, it kind of starts there. And then from that safety aspect, it's just, I think one of the most important things is the fit of the helmet. So once the helmet's essentially safe, how do we make it fit and ride and perform better?
Great. And so one thing that is always at the forefront nowadays in technology is MIPS. So one thing to make sure that all of you know is that MIPS stands for Multi-Directional Impact Protection System. But we haven't just used the MIPS liner, have we?
No, it's something we always want to innovate and continue to develop, and what you're seeing now in some of our newer models like the Grid and Envy is MIPS spherical. I think for me it allows to have a much lower profile on the helmet, and just from a design language, that's what we really like to achieve in the look of the helmet. But it also allows for more airflow just with the ball and socket construction, the two EPS liners that we have in there. So again, it really improves the fit and gives you that better performance with the airflow when you need it, and also gives us that lower profile and better design.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. I think we're all really excited, particularly because when you do put the Grid and Envy on, or of course the Emerge, it's really nice to feel that liner next to your head instead of having that barrier with the plastic MIPS liner. So thanks so much for diving more into that. Next is talking about, we made a switch from ecstatic liners into Polartec last year. Do you want to highlight that a little bit?
Yeah, I think most of you might be familiar with Polartec, may have it in some of your base layers or quarter zips or hoodies right now. So it's a great performing fabric. I think for most of our helmets, depending on where and when you're riding, you really like that quick drying capability of the liner, at least for me anyway. Also like that it's antibacterial and antimicrobial as well. So gives you that kind of extra layer of protection, and then after a long day or a big hike, you have that quick drying feature of the fabric as well. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's super nice. Another thing is that our fit systems are unique to us. Can you kind of go into the two different ways our fit systems work?
Yeah, I think fit is one of the most one of the most important features of our helmets. Really getting that correct fit, and everyone's head's a little different. Longer hair, shorter hair, whatever it is, you've got several different areas of where you can actually adjust the fit system within the helmet. So you can do it forward and aft, obviously with the dial to secure it a little bit more, but also just the way the helmet would sit on your head, you have that little bit of a feature to adjust the fit system and really dial in the fit, what's best for you and how you like to wear your helmet.
That's great. Another thing that we can touch in on too, the thing that we do special for women, is all of our liners have a fuzzy liner just to add a little bit of warmth on those chilly winter days. So thanks so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you out on the slopes. Another thing at Giro that we really care about is making sure that we get all of our young skiers out on the mountain warm and safely. So we have a couple of different options in our kids' helmets. The biggest thing is to make sure that the helmet fits on the day that the parent buys it. It's important to make sure that a parent doesn't ask if their child can grow into the helmet, because if you've spent any time around children, if they're uncomfortable, your day is over. So really try to make sure that you can encourage a parent to buy the helmet that fits today so that tomorrow's ski day isn't a hassle. One thing that we offer in all of our kids' helmets is our fit systems. So that does help with years of growth. You can adjust for the larger changing head, and also just during the day when you're taking off layers for their kids when they start getting hot, you can go ahead and cinch it down if you've taken off a thick balaclava. So we have two different types of helmets for kids. We have what we would call an in-molded helmet and then a hard shell helmet. To simplify it, what we think of is that a hard shell helmet is really great for durability, and it's also great after a child has reached probably over 4 years old. Anything under that, we want to make sure that the lightweight story is the most important because of their little necks. So a hard shell helmet also gives us affordability. So what's great about our crew helmet is that we make this in a MIPS option and also a non-MIPS option for those parents that are on budget constraints. The other thing that's great about the crew helmet is that it is approved for multisport. So if you have parents on a budget, they can easily use this for bike or skate during the summer season. All of our kids' helmets have that wonderful fuzzy fleece liner and our fit system, and then also have a great overall look to keep them looking cool with all of their other young skier or snowboard friends. Our sizing comes in extra small and small in our launch helmet, and really what we try to think about is that the extra small is really for a generalizing of 16 months to probably 4 years old. Now you're gonna have some kids that are going to exceed that. My daughter was in an extra small launch until she was 7. So you really never know, it's important to try those things on. In the crew, this goes from extra small all the way up into a medium. And just so you know, that medium is actually bumps into an adult small. So we really do cover all ranges of sizes for the juniors and make sure that we don't lapse at all. Another thing that can be confusing when you're trying to get kids into ski gear is making sure that the helmet and the goggle fit together. At Giro, we make it easy because we really do 3 different sizes in our goggles to help coincide with the sizing of the helmets. So the best way to think of it is our little Chico goes best with either our extra small launch or our extra small crew helmet. The Chico really doesn't go into a small children's helmet. It's just too tiny, and it will actually create a gap on the sides of the head, and that can make the kids cold, especially on cold, chilly days. Next, we have the Rev goggle, which comes in a bunch of great colorways to line up with all different colors of helmets. And I would say that the Rev goggle is really between the ages of 4 to 6. But again, it just really does depend on the child. Next, we have the gray goggle, and the gray goggle really goes with, I would say, our medium helmet in crew. So it really is for that older, butting up to our tween goggle. So that would be about average, I would say age 5 to 8, and maybe go a little older, and then if it's a larger child, it would go a little bit smaller. So just to recap, the Chico would go with our extra small children's helmets, the Rev will go with our small children's helmets, and then the Grade will go with our medium crew, or of course the Neo Junior.
How's it going, y'all? My name's Colin. I'm your local Colorado Giro rep, and I'm sitting here with Zach Leader, our product manager for Giro. How's it going, Zach?
Can't complain. Off to a good start this winter.
That's what I like to hear. We're out in Park City, Utah, hanging out. So we're going to talk about a couple of products for you guys to get you started for the beginning of the season, and then hopefully I'm seeing you guys soon and coming into all the shops to say hi. So Zach and I are going to let you know about a couple of things, so hang out for a minute. Thanks for sitting down with us. We're going to talk about the Contour now, which is the new goggle this year from Giro, and Zach's going to go over just a little bit of the tech that comes along with that guy.
Yeah. This is a great piece. We're going to start with the design. Just overall really clean lines, frameless design. I think that's something that's trending right now, and also provides a really good fit with all of our helmets. We're going to start from the inside of the goggle and work our way out. There's a misconception right now that the larger the lens, the bigger the field of view is in goggles. That's not always the case. That's something we really wanted to work on, and we created and developed EXV technology, which allows us to have the largest field of view within our collection. So again, you're getting the biggest field of view from inside the goggle, and working our way out, we have a Vivid lens by Zeiss. Been a great partner for us, and this is a really nice 6x1.5 toric shaped lens. And then that Vivid provides the most contrast on snow. It's developed on snow, so you're getting the biggest field of view and the most contrast within our line. Another great feature about this goggle that we've touched on a little bit with our helmets is venting. And venting is extremely important in goggles as well. What we have here is an evac foam that you'll see in the top of the goggle. This increases airflow, provides more air movement, which will eventually lead to less fogging within your goggle. Another nice feature about this goggle is how quickly and easily the lens can change. It's a really simple pull apart kind of process to get that out, and you have magnets on the inside of the lens and the frame to help you locate that and reinstall the goggle. I know here in Park City we get a season, it feels like every hour, so I generally ride with two different lenses, a bright light and a low light lens. I'm sure you guys have the same in Colorado.
Yeah. That makes sense to us too. In Colorado, those seasons can change 4 times in a day. So we definitely are very happy with those quick lens change systems and everything like that. One of the other really cool features about the Contour is that it does come in men's and women's colorways. So if you've got a family that comes in, mom and dad both like the goggle, you can get mom hooked up with a really nice colorway for her, and dad with a really great colorway for him too. Zach here to talk to you guys about some goggle technology and lens technology that Giro has coming out this year. So Zach's going to start us off with that, and we're going to kind of go from there. Zach, would you kind of let us know where our lens tech comes from and where we kind of started with all that?
Yeah, I think most importantly, we start with our partnership with Zeiss. You'll see in all the models on the table here, it's a Vivid lens technology that we've been developing with Zeiss. Been a great partner. What it's really providing is the most contrast on snow. What that means at the end of a long day or a long week is less eye fatigue.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Eye fatigue is a huge deal with us when we're out skiing every day. Can you tell us a little bit about how the shape of the goggle lens can also help with eye fatigue and a little bit of eye strain?
Certainly going to try. The first one we're seeing here in the Contour is a toric spherical. What that toric spherical means is it's a better curvature to actually mimics and aligns with the shape of your eye. And really at the end of the day, you're getting that higher contrast on snow and less eye fatigue. The next shape we have here is a cylindrical that you're seeing in the Method and that goggle on the my right, your left. Hope you're paying attention in the back and in the flannel. Hope you got that. But yeah, just different designs, different shapes, a lot of different fits, just like we have in our helmets. But it really allows us to maximize the field of view within our goggles as well. Touched on a little earlier that EXV and EXV Plus. Again, if you remember from our Contour conversation, it's really about not necessarily the size of the lens, but the field of view within the goggle. So again, all those things complement your field of view, the contrast on snow, and really eliminating that eye fatigue really rounds out the features and benefits of our Zeiss collection.
That's amazing. So the way that the goggles work with our eyes and how they can help with the fatigue and the strain that we've got going on is huge. One of the other big things with goggles is fogging. So would you talk to us a little bit about our air evac system that's going to help with the fogging?
Yeah, absolutely. What you're going to see here in the top of the Contour goggle is an evac foam, and what this does, it helps pull the moisture out of the lens similar to what we have in our helmets right now with our venting. We want the same in our goggles. We want that airflow moving, more airflow within the goggle, the less fogging there is. Another component to that is just, I think, dives into our changeability with our lenses. If you do need to take a breather, do need your lenses to not fog, or like you guys have in Colorado, you'll see all 4 seasons in a single day.
That's
just
right.
a quick change capability, what you're seeing here in the contour. A couple different options in the contact and then the method as well.
So we've got a couple of different lens change options here with the full magnetic lenses, with the contact. If I can get the lenses, there we go, guys. So that's got a locking mechanism in it and fully magnetic around the sides there. So super easy lens change on that guy. And then we have a slash and seal design on our method that's going to really make that an easy lens change as well. Just a pull apart system there with a really nice groove on the side to be able to get it locked in. So that's our goggle tech, and letting you guys know just a little bit about our Zeiss collection that you guys are going to see in the stores this winter. So thanks for paying attention, and look forward to seeing you in there.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and all of us here at Giro, Zach, Waylon, Colin, and I, Brooke, and of course, the Gnome, want to thank you for all of your continued support with Giro, and we'll see you on the slopes pretty soon. That we're complementing
Just a single piece right now. And sorry, I was totally.
we're good.
Cut.
So we
Good.
or excess brakes, brake.
Da. Da.
How's it going, y'all?
Is this chair like creating a shadow on them?
Nope. Take 3.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for sitting down with us.
Fit, pop it back on. Fuck you, no.
Contour.
We have here in the method is a spherical lens shape, so a little bit more.
No.
Take a walk.
No.
Yeah. I think you can.
Waylon. Waylon. Hi, buddy.
I just wanted to say fuck. We started there and getting attacked already. How about it? Hey,
Take 3.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Bless you.
Damn it.
Okay, ready,
Yeah,
go.
and go.